Hello world, hello YouTube, hello everybody. So the subject of this video today is milk and the freezing thereof. Now me, I've frozen milk for years because I've had to buy like 15, 20 gallons at a shot because when I go to the store, it's 80 miles away one way, so you kind of get what you can get at the time because you can't just go get a gallon of milk just anywhere around here. When I do, it's double here in town, which I can't blame them because, it's far. And it's hard to get, milk, such a commodity, in town here. With the logistics, got to keep it cold, all that kind of thing. Anyway, I've frozen milk for years and years and years, gallons and gallons at a time. Now, the thing is with it, like we're just thawing this one out. I set it out last night because it's nice and warm. It thawed out pretty good. It usually takes about a third day if it's cold to thaw it out to where you can, utilize it. And number one is, if you look at the construction of the bottle, right? You see these little big old thingies there. See that? The reason they put that in there is so it will expand when the milk freezes, right? This is still a little slushy. Let's see. Yeah. I thaw it out until I can completely break up the ice that's in it, and it just turns into a slush. Then I might leave it out a little bit more than that, but what you got to do is every time you pass by it and you think about it, give it a shake, because the ice keeps the rest of the milk warm, or cold, I mean. And that way it doesn't spoil, it's still icy cold. Then after that, you put it in the fridge and you use it, just like regular. The only problem I've ever had with this, no, it doesn't separate, but the one thing is if you drink it, or if you bust into it before it's completely thawed, you'll be getting a lot of the milk fat instead of the whole milk. You'll drink the fat off of it, and the rest of it won't taste as good. You can even, drink it to where you'll just have like 1% on it. And number two is on the rarest of occasions, it'll split, like in a seam in the bottle. You'll get a little split, and sometimes around the edges here. But like I said, the rarest of occasions, that's what'll happen. And I've seen these things, twinkie out and balloon out to great disproportion. But these are designed to freeze. Right here. That's what those are for. Okay? So feel free to go ahead and stick that in the freezer. Like I said, I've frozen 20, 25 gallons at a time. All go in the big freezer. That's why I was so happy to get this freezer. Because it really, really, in the long run, really, brings that standard of living up to where you can keep things, especially out here. Alright, so there it is. Freezing milk. And this is for all my Everything Prepper buddies on my Everything Prepper Facebook page. There you go, guys. That's the deal. Oh, side note. I've froze cheese. It does pretty good, but then all the kernels separate, which actually is an advantage because it crumbles, and then instead of having to grate it, it crumbles and it looks a lot nicer and it reacts better. I've frozen sliced cheese, the American cheese. On occasion, the slices will crumble, but otherwise, if you let it thaw and get kind of warm, it reconfigures to its original state and stays slicey because the moisture rebonds the kernels in the cheese. I've had fair success with that. Now I don't buy as much cheese, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to freeze a lot anymore. Back in the day, though, boy, I had to freeze everything. So there it is. Freezing your dairy product. All right. Live by your wits, not by your worries. Peace.